Good morning to one and all present here. I am Manimele, Assistant Professor of DRSNSRCAS College of Arts and Science, the Department of Computer Application. Today we are going to see about understanding hypervisors. The subject is Virtualization Technology Fundamentals. Let me go. The first one is outline what is a hypervisor. What are the roles of hypervisor technologies, hypervisors versus virtual machines, hypervisors types, and how does the hypervisors works. So before that, what is hypervisor? So hypervisor is a software that creates and runs virtual machines. It allows multiple operating systems to share a single hardware host. The hypervisor controls the hardware and allocates resources to each virtual machines. Okay, so the hypervisor is a type of software or hardware used to create virtual machines and then run those virtual machines day to day. Okay, next one is hypervisors in virtualization. There is a traditional virtualization. Traditional, that's encoding, GPU, then GP RAM. These are all the. But a hypervisors, there is one virtual machine, physical machines with connected of virtual machines. Next, the role of hypervisor technology. What is the hypervisor? Is the boss of every virtual machine. We can call a hypervisor allocated to resources to virtual machines and manage those physical resources such as CPU, memory, storage, and execute functions in the virtual machine's environment. A hypervisor allows one host computer to support multiple guests of virtual machines by virtually sharing the resources such as memory and processing. The types of hypervisors. We already discussed about the types of hypervisors is type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is bare metal, type 2 is hosted. Bare metal is runs directly on the physical hardware and the type 2 hosted is runs on a host operating systems. So for example, bare metal is Microsoft Hyper-V, Zen, VMware, ESXi. The example of hosted operating system like Oracle VirtualBoxes, VMware workstations. So the type 1 versus type 2 is nothing but hypervisors features type 1, type 2 install of hardware operating systems. Performance higher lower, use case enterprise server, personal desktop. Example, these are all the KVM virtual boxes, VMware workstations. These are all the examples of type 1 and type 2. Next one is the difference between a hypervisor and versus a virtual machines. It is possible to have virtual machines without a hypervisor, such as virtualization typically takes more containers, basically tinier, cheaper, and more portable VMs that use the same operating system as the hosted machine. It is probably best to think hypervisor and package deals, however, which containers representing a different architecture, its own advantages, use cases. So we discussed about the hypervisor types. Let me see the diagram in hypervisor types like type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is an bare metal and type 2 is an hosted. So hosted OS, how it working like? This is the hypervisors, the bare metal settings. Next one, how does a hypervisor works? Functions of hypervisors like hardware abstractions and resource management. Isolation between virtual machines is VM lifecycle managements like create, start, pass, delete, security enforcement and monitoring. And these are all the advantages of using hypervisor is efficient resource utilization, easy provisioning and scalability, enhanced system isolation and security by backup and disaster recovery. Hypervisor use cases data center virtualization, cloud infrastructure like Amazon Web Services, Azure, cloud software development and testing, running legacy systems. These are all the hypervisors use cases of data center virtualization. So how does a hypervisor works like an applications, operating system and VMs are connected for both hardware and software is applicable for our hypervisor.